Hi everyone, and welcome to Sports Watch. If you like the content, please press the bell icon for further notifications and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Robert Whittaker just beat the brakes out of Ikram Aliskerov in the main event of UFC Fight Night in Saudi Arabia. It was the perfect way to close out a great night of fights. Once again, short notice fights can be detrimental for your career. Ikram Aliskerov came as a very late replacement for Khamzat Chimaev. He had only 10 days time. It was never going to be enough, as Robert Whittaker was coming out of a hard training camp for Chimaev. He was ready for 5 rounds, both physically and mentally. So it is not fair to think that Aliskerov would be able to make up all the difference in preparation and pull off an upset. Plus, he was facing the former middleweight champion who has faced almost every top opponent in the middleweight division. It was a huge step up in competition for Ikram. Just because he was competitive with Khamzat doesn't mean you can beat Whittaker. And Robert Whittaker just reminded everyone in the world that he is still a dominant force to be reckoned with. He looked sharp, precise, and way faster than Aliskerov. He was in great shape, and it was evident that he had a great camp. He didn't wait for Ikram to get tired. He looked for his own openings and landed bombs. The first right hand wobbled Aliskerov, and the uppercut that followed was vicious. It knocked him down, and a couple of hammer fists finished the job. Whittaker looked extremely pumped up. He was ready for 5 hard rounds with Chimaev, and it showed. It was a good thing Khamzat didn't fight him tonight because it might not have gone too well for him. He tweeted his congratulations for Rob and still wanted to fight him later. But for the moment, it appears that that ship has sailed. After the loss to Dricus du Plessis, Robert Whittaker has bounced back beautifully and has looked better than ever in his last 2 fights. He has even proposed to be the backup fighter for du Plessis vs Adesanya at Perth. Bobby Knuckles is one of a kind and he's only 33. So he still has time for another title run at middleweight. He isn't slowing down anytime soon. With a little bit of luck, he can have the bell wrapped around his waist again. In the co-main event, Alexander Volkov put on a striking exhibition against Sergei Pavlovich. Styles make fights, and Volkov made Pavlovich look bad. It was so bad that Pavlovich even shoved him off after the fight when he went to shake hands with him. Volkov's reach was always going to be a problem for her Sergei. His leg kicks and jabs were on the money, and his left cross from the southpaw stance hurt Pavlovich all night long. He couldn't find his range. Volkov disrupted his rhythm, and his sidewise movement frustrated Pavlovich. This fight also highlighted how limited Sergei Pavlovich is as a fighter. If he doesn't find his right hand, then he becomes a deer in headlights. He had no wrestling game to threaten Volkov with, and on the feet, Volkov was just better. Volkan Oezdemir also made a winning return to the octagon as he knocked Johnny Walker out cold. It was a bad knockout for Walker. He was knocked out cold by Jamal Hill and now by Oezdemir. He should seriously reassess his decision to keep fighting at light heavyweight because clearly the competition seems too much for him. UFC Saudi Arabia was a huge success and it was a great night of fights. Let me know in the comment section what you feel, and if you like the content, please like, share and subscribe to the channel.